All right, it's the end of day 6 of the 7-day dopamine fast. So I've now only got 1 day left after this. And yeah, it really feels surreal to be at this point. It's really quite amazing just how much my whole perspective has shifted in just a short amount of time. Yeah, so today was an interesting day. It was very mixed. So I woke up in the morning just feeling this sense of sadness, once again, that I've been feeling the last few weeks. And except this time it was a lot stronger because, yeah, I guess because the last few days I've not been going to any of my usual distracting behaviors. I've really been just sitting with myself and really getting to the point where I'm really starting to feel all these emotions come up that I've been running away from for so long. And yeah, I've started to understand what it actually is that I have been sad about. And what I've been sad about is coming to the realization that I've wasted a lot of my life. Now, look, I haven't even lived much of my life yet. I'm only 22 years old. So you can argue, yeah, look, I've still got a lot of time left. But it's that attitude when you're young of saying that, oh, look, I've got so much time left. I'll figure things out. It's that attitude that then leads to people getting to the point where they have a midlife crisis because they might realize that, the years are flying by and they're not really moving towards what they actually want to achieve. Or when they get to the, retirement age and they realize that, they're now essentially, not physically or mentally able to do the things that they once dreamed of doing. So really, it's up to me. It's up to us. It's up to each and every one of us to make the right choices. And that's not to say that we have to be right all the time. And we're not going to be right all the time because we're human. We're imperfect beings. But yeah, the main thing I've realized is just how much time I've been wasting. Not necessarily even time either. I mean, time is part of it, but what's more important than time is attention. It's like we're told we live in an information age, but I think a more accurate term would be we live in an age of distraction. And that's because attention really is the most valuable commodity. I mean, I've heard it said that, information or data, raw information is the most valuable commodity out there. But I would argue no, it's actually our attention. There was one quote that I saw a while back that I don't remember where it was from, but it basically said, in an age where there's an abundance of information, there is a scarcity of attention. And it's so true. If you look around, it's this information is everywhere. I mean, the amount of information that we get um, on a day-to-day basis is a lot more than people in the past would have gotten in like years and years of consuming information. And it's really not natural. I mean, this amount of information that we get, whether it be from media, just the news, or with their propaganda, or via social media, the internet, all of that. And yeah, I've been putting a lot of my time and energy in things that haven't been serving me. And like for example, 2 months ago, I was putting time and energy into PMO. That wasn't serving me. But even more than that, like up until basically the present day, you know, up until now, I mean, I've been wasting so much time on YouTube and just using the internet in a way that wasn't conducive to getting me where I want to go. And I've just been distracting myself just from really sitting with myself and feeling my emotions and really processing my emotions and moving forward towards what it is that I actually want. So just coming to all those realizations, like when that all basically just coalesces, how can I not feel sad? How can I not feel angry? Like this morning, for a while, I started to feel just quite angry and just bitter and a bit resentful towards myself. And look, I know it's not productive to feel that way towards yourself, but yeah, those feelings came up. And yeah, I just sat by the creek just before and just meditated. And yeah, I just thought, you know, it's really up to me. I don't have to live this way, in this way that I don't like, in this way that doesn't serve me. And yeah, I have all this extra time these days, and there's been times where I haven't known what to actually do with that time. Like yesterday, for example. So yesterday I did about 3 to 4 hours of extremely productive work after I got home from my usual thing in the morning, milking. I did about I had this one big project that's due in a few days. And yeah, I did about 3 to 4 hours yesterday of just work on it. And what I actually did was I turned the internet off while I was doing that because I had all the files, everything I needed on my laptop. So I turned the internet off, and for 3 to 4 hours, I was purely focused on my work, and I got more done than I would usually get done in an entire day, just in 3 to 4 hours. And that really showed me, it's not about being the hardest worker. It's not about putting the most hours into something. It's not about spending hours and hours just like grinding. That's not the way. That's not what it's about. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hard work is great. Can be a great thing. Hard work is very necessary. Um, I know that it's I've experienced it. It's yeah. Hard work is just a part of life if you want to get where you want to go. But even more important than working hard is to work smartly, and more specifically to direct your focus in a manner that, or better, yeah, direct your attention towards the things that really serve you. Because like I've not been directing my attention to the things that really serve me. Does YouTube serve me? Well, it can, in a limited way. Making these videos, that's a great thing. Certain people that I watch on YouTube, certain channels I follow, certain information I get, that's a great thing. But at the same time, I put so much of my attention and focus on just consuming stuff from YouTube and just surfing the internet, researching things that are interesting to me. But how much of that actually serves me? Not a whole lot. So what I guess I'm learning from this is, like, it's not about necessarily that we're spending too much time on these things, because I don't spend, like, I'm not sitting in front of a screen, viewing YouTube for like hours and hours on end. I mean, I am spending a lot of time on it, don't get me wrong, but more like the way I consume it is like, I'll be in the middle of doing work, right? And then I'll happen every maybe 10-15 minutes, I'll open a new tab and I'll spend a few minutes on YouTube, or spend a few minutes searching something online, which that might turn into like another 15 minute, half an hour short session. It's perceived as, oh, it's just short, it's just 15 minutes, oh, it's just half an hour, I'll get back into my work afterwards. And then I might do another, let's just half an hour to an hour of work, and then do that again. And like these little time slots add up over time. But even more than that, more importantly, like if I were to spend that time where I would be fully focused on each task, like I'm fully focused on my work while I do my work, and then I'm fully focused on, what I'm doing when I, for example, consume YouTube, like that's fine. That's fine, honestly, it is. That would be fine, I should say, because it's not going to be fine. It's not fine in reality, because every time you direct your attention away from what it is that you really want to do, it takes a while to get back into that flow state. And by constantly doing that, you're not able to get into that flow state. You're not able to really focus on your work and get stuff done. Whereas yesterday, I cut all these distractions out. I had no access to the internet. And I did all my work, offline that I could do offline, and I smashed it. I got it all done by like 2 p.m. yesterday. I was finished. I was finished with all my work, and then I was like, whoa, 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 what do I do with the rest of my time today? So, I got my workout and meditation in early, and by the time evening came around, I was finished. I was just finished with everything I wanted to do. So like I spent like 2 3 hours yesterday just reading books, and I've had these books that I've wanted to read for a very very long time. And I'm generally a good reader. I'll read at least half an hour a day usually. But recently there's been a lot of days where I haven't read it all. And yeah, yesterday I read for like 2 to 3 hours, and when it was like 8:30, 9 p.m., I was like, you know what, I've had enough reading now. What else is there to do? Well, no, nothing. All right, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. So I got to sleep early, and that really showed me that time is not the problem. We make all these excuses that, oh, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. But that's not the problem. We all have the same amount of time every single day. There's 24 hours in a day, and we all have 24 hours in a day. I mean, just for an example, like let's say you sleep 8 hours a day, right? Um, and then let's just add an extra 2 hours on top of that for things like just eating, basically. Preparing meals, eating. So let's say sleeping and eating, that's 10 hours. So 10 hours, 10 hours out of your day gone. All right. So there's 24 hours in a day. That still means you've got 14 hours left in the day. Let's say you work 8 hours a day. I mean, overall, like I'm not working full time at the moment, but I'm working part time, and plus I'm also studying. So overall, my total hours, work plus study, that usually ends up being for me about 10 hours a day on average. 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, roughly. All right. Well, I mean, sometimes I work, do an extra shift and do 6 days a week, but whatever. Let's just say 5 days a week. I'm just using myself as an example. So, all right, 8 hours sleeping, 2 hours for eating. So like, sorry, yeah, 8 hours, 10 hours eating and sleeping. And then let's say 10 hours for doing yes, basically, yeah, work and study. All right, 10 hours per day for that. And do that 5 days a week. So even on the days that I'm working afterwards, that's still about 4 hours left in the day. 4 hours left, excluding sleeping and eating, which that might even not take that long. Like sometimes I only get like a lot of days I only sleep 7 hours. I'll wake up earlier, and I won't always work. I won't always work 10 hours a day. Like that's not like that's usually it's more like 8 or 9 hours, right? But I'm just being very very conservative with how much time I have left. But then at the end of the day, I'll still have 4 hours left to spare. And I mean, I've been very, 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 like most of my days, I'll have more free time than that. So yeah, that's 4 hours left. And in those 4 hours, I could even spend, 1 hour, 2 hours, let's say 2 hours, doing something that doing something else, something else that can help me get towards what I want to do. For example, like I've been really slacking off in the garden recently, so I could do, all right, 1 hour in the garden. I've been wanting to do a lot more writing as well. I've got all these ideas going through my mind, like all these downloads, and yeah, writing is a really good way to clear my mind. And yeah, for a while I was in a consistent habit of writing every day, but I could then write for an hour or 2 hours or whatever, and then spend the rest of the time, just enjoying life. And that's like 5 days a week, right? That I've got this schedule for basically. And I've got still 2 days of the week which are free. Let's say I have one day a week which I leave completely free. Go on a hike or do whatever, do something that I enjoy. And then I got a whole other day spare where I can again, work on the things and do the things that really give me joy. Yet because I'm not focused, because I have not been aware of how I'm exactly spending my time, I've got this illusion going that, oh, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. No, I have enough time. We all have enough time. We might need to make a few adjustments with how we spend our time, but most importantly, we need to cut out the distractions and cut out the things that are not serving us. Like looking at my average time spent on YouTube, for example, or the internet. It's not all YouTube. It's YouTube and surfing the internet. Like I did do some tracking my screen time for a few months, and yeah, since I got rid of my smartphone, it's definitely improved. But it's still an average of like 2 to 3 hours per day, if not more. Like some days it might be 4 hours. And I calculated that on the days that I work my hardest, I would still have 4 hours left in the day. So that's where that time is going. That time's been going into YouTube and surfing the internet. Very, very nice. So yeah, I've been feeling just a bit frustrated today, a bit sad and angry. But I'm so grateful that I've chosen to do this dopamine fast. It's just really teaching me so much, and I'm so grateful to do it, because I wouldn't have gotten this awareness otherwise. I would just keep going around in circles and circles and circles. And yeah, when you're on that hamster wheel, it's so hard to stop. You just keep on running and running and running and running until you run yourself into the ground. But I took the initiative, I took a leap of faith, I stopped running, I stepped off the hamster wheel, and I really just took the time to look at myself. And yeah, I mean, tomorrow's going to be the last day of this dopamine fast. So, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to, I'm looking forward to, getting back online and, in terms of like, posting these videos to YouTube, because I haven't, even posted day one yet at the time of recording this. So I'm looking forward and, uploading these and sharing this with you guys. And I'm looking forward to, posting content regularly again, seeing all your comments and all of that. I'm looking forward to that. But man, I really, really need to up my game when it comes to content consumption. Yeah, content consumption. Yeah. That's what I need to work on. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. It's how long has this even been? I don't even know. Yeah, anyway, apart from that, I'm doing well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've slept out here in the caravan. I've been spending most of my time in the last week at the rental, the place I'm renting, with my mum, because yeah, there's a new puppy there that needs looking after. So I've been spending a lot of time there, doggy sitting, basically looking after our puppy. And yeah, there's been a lot of things to do around there as well. It's and yeah, the internet here has not been reliable when I've needed it at all. Like usually I use mobile hotspot to get internet here, and yeah, that's not been working at all. And I do need some form of internet connection to access a few resources that I need online. So I've been just staying at the rental, not coming out here to the block very often in the last week. So I'm grateful to be here today, right now. And yeah, just recently actually a new package arrived. I'm going to be getting Starlink internet set up, and yeah, the package arrived a few days ago, so I'm super pumped for that. I'm really excited to set that up and see how it goes, because yeah, Australian internet is just dreadful, so that's going to be a great way to bypass that. And yeah, there was something else I wanted to say. I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, actually that was, I remember. Yeah, and yeah, the nights are certainly starting to get cold now. It's yeah, we're getting an early cold wave at the moment, and it's even though it's only April. Yeah, like last night, for example, in the town here that I live in, we got down to about 6 degrees, and yeah, the area where I have to herd the cows, that's about 20 minutes out of town. That's always like 2 to 3 degrees cooler. So that was like 4 degrees this morning. So yeah, I've had to get all my warm gear out early. But I really like the cold. I don't know what it is. Like I just really like it. Like I like how breathing the cold air and just being able to wear warm clothing. I like it. I really don't like summers at all. I like being able to get in my hoodies and all of that. It's really great. Yeah, what even is this video at this point? It's really ranting all over the place. Anyway, yeah, I won't keep you for much longer. If you're still watching, man, if you're still watching this, then man, you're a true supporter, and I truly appreciate you. And yeah, man, I love all of you guys. Comment #true supporter if you've gotten this far. Yeah, anyway, see you all in the next one. Ciao.